Hey, everybody. Sitting there, me and my tea. Trying to get everything in righteous way. Okay, here I am. Okay. So I'm sitting here in my back apartment. I had got it all done up for my kid. He chose to go to college somewhere else, so it's just an empty apartment, and I like it better than the other apartment that I was in. I got a little more activity space, so I had decided to do what I do. Now I got the light on in the room. I got that big old round light over there, and I guess I'm just gonna have a shadow. I'm no professional with the lighting, but I hate that shadow. It drives me crazy. Um, let's see how that did. Better. Just as much shadow, if you ask me. Just as much shadow. There's just shadow everywhere. Shadow walker. See the shadow? I'm trying to get rid of that thing. It's just on me. I don't like it. But anyway, okay. Started out talking about priests earlier. It's still Sunday. I'm going back. My company's gone now, and I was talking about priests. And I only even got like 2 paragraphs read before I started fussing. So let's talk about more with the priests, because shamans and priests are really closely related. As I was saying before, in some societies, there is a distinction between priests, who are the official religious leaders and representatives of the community, and magicians and shamans and prophets, whose power derived from individual supernatural experiences or what is presumed to be direct inspiration by deities or spirits. In practice, the functions of these two types of religious practitioners often overlapped, and the distinction is not universal. So again, there is a group of people who, whether it be by some long training or by birth or by their ancestors or by their ancestry or by whatever divine reason, they feel they have something to offer to humanity, and they offer that service out. I guess I'm here justifying my services, but I'm not going to go out there blind and say, oh, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you the truth. Spirituality and healing and magic, all of that was a part of being a shaman in the first place. And then it's been broken up, categorized, stigmatized, traumatized. But shamanic genealogy or whatever, it comes down through the bloodline. And that person doesn't have a choice on whether or not they want to do it. I'm an example of somebody who died without wanting to do this and who was brought back and told, I'm going to do it. So I'm here to do it. I mean, if it's that important, that I get you connected with this third eye, I'll take you there, you know. But I want you to be all right with yourself when I do. I want you to realize that I'm not out here trying to take you away from your God. Maybe your God wants you to be able to click in. Huh? Maybe I'm getting through. Okay, so now So I'm going through this long informational thing where I'm reading to you about different types of religions and whether it's monotheism. But I want to point out, since I'm always talking about monotheism and polytheism and dualism and all that, why? Because in sincerity, and I was born and baptized a Christian. Christianity is really a trinity and not really as monotheistic as you would like to call it, because you have God and then you have his son saying, worship me too. So now that's dualism. And then taking belief in the Holy Spirit. Now we into Trinitism, right? But you're supposed to be a monotheistic religion, believing in one God. But yet you have chose to turn this religion into something where you are dealing with the Father and the Son and all these other people, when reality is you supposed to just been teaching about God. And now I'm looking like the bad guy telling the truth, but I'm gonna tell it. The truth, the honest to God truth is, you're not supposed to have to add all that extra to it. It's supposed to be you worshiping the God. And even if he sent his son and his son was great, you're still supposed to just be worshiping straight to God. See, there's the problem right there. I'm not trying to tell you don't worship Christ. I was born a Christian. But what I'm saying is, let's call it for what it is. If you're going to say monotheistic is one God, then tell me that there's three involved or two involved, anything more than one, then it's really dualism or trinitism, to be realistic. So that's why I keep bringing up the different ones about monotheistic. Zoroastrianism was monotheistic. The Parsis that were a part of the Hindus were monotheistic. Akhenaten, monotheistic. Islam, monotheistic. Not asking you to share your worship of God to anything but the one true God. Okay, now Christianity, even my own birth religion, asks you to share yours in a form of duality. So come on to send us in the wrong direction, and I'm pointing out the wrong directions that we were sent in. I'm not here to bash or change anybody's. And now they got you going into two directions. Then you got Zoroastrianism, an ancient religion that was even before Christianity or Muslim, worshiping one God. And then you have um, the one Akhenaten who worshiped the sun. That was the one God. He was doing one God. Then you have Zoroastrianism doing the one God. And you had a Parsis doing one God. You have other religions that do one God to compare Christianity to. And when you can compare Christianity, it comes out as dualism, as trinitism, and that's clear as day. And how are you saying you monotheistic? You just going for the one God, but you are dividing. Now this is the duality of it all. So in the end, even though I was born and raised this way, when I did my research and saw that monotheism, what it was, and then I looked at Christianity, which is supposed to be monotheism, is really dualism and trinitism. So now it has been distorted into what they want it to be instead of what it truly was. See? See where things go wrong? I'm just telling you why I'm not a zealot. I'm not willing to kill somebody for a religion. It's been twisted so bad. Why would I do that? It ain't even real. Hey, I can't get no. That's why I keep coming to you with these different monotheistic things and all these different comparisons. That what I just spoke to you these last few minutes. That's the main point of it. You want to be right. You want to worship right. But you have been fed a round circle that took you away from worshiping the one God and took you to worshiping many gods. Exactly where you didn't want to be. Twisted it to death. Twisted it to death. Twisted your belief in the one God, the one who created me. I want to be thankful. Took that and turned it into do his son. do the Holy Spirit, but not him. That's my job as a shaman. Wait. After all these years, they gonna send this gene back to me. I'm just going ahead and tell you what it is. Well, I'm gonna call it what it is. And that's what it is. One true God, one creator, one creator. And then all these other things that people worshiping and we worship and whatever, all of them are invasions on the true creation. And so now they installed a system where you wouldn't be able to recognize this. And I'm here telling you about the system that was installed. You got other people telling you about the system that was installed. And then why and what did they do to us to break us down? First thing they did, they gave us the gift of free will. In other words, they took away our unity. Ain't that another way to say it? Ain't that a sweet way to say it? I'm going to give you the gift of unity. Take all this community away. See that? See how it's written up for you? So you be careful. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here to tell you. You know, you got to look at it with a real eye and instead of a blinded eye. And you really look at it good when you let them teach it to you with your third eye. Now, okay, I heard that my camera mess up and that's somebody doing that to me. That's somebody making me look like a demon so that you won't listen to the truth. Okay, but what do I gain from telling you the truth? What am I gaining? I'm not gaining money. I'm not gaining fame. But I died and I came back just to tell you this. The man that I was praying to, the one that I thought, I'm looking for a man in a robe with a beard and all that stuff, the creator, all that, you know. But what came and helped me and still helped me to this day was totally different. And I'm shocked. And one night I was out with my friends and I was coming home on a dirt road. I'm from the country. I don't know if I showed y'all my yard. I'm from the country. Now, coming up a dirt road, it was storming. Here I sit on a Sunday evening telling you this. It was storming. And I came around the curve real fast. When I came around, I hit something. But before I hit it, I seen the face. And I hit it hard too. Like I panicked when I saw it, and my foot just went down. I hit it, ran it over, speeding on to the house. I feel like I done hit an animal. I'm running for my life. I'm in the storm. I've been had a couple of drinks and stuff, you know. Okay, but I'm gonna draw right here. I'm gonna sit here from my mind and draw to you what I hit. So I hit it. Okay. So the next day, naturally, I go out there to see what I hit. It was the biggest damn snake I had ever seen. Over 5 foot long rattlesnake, too. It was fat. All right. So I ran back home. So a guy came walking down the street. A guy I had never seen on my street in my whole entire life. He didn't live in that neighborhood. He wasn't from that neighborhood. But I asked that guy, I said, what are you going down there walking down to that road for? He said, oh, I'm going to get that big old rattlesnake down there and make me a belt out of it. And I looked at him and he looked at me. And when I came back out, the snake was on my porch dead. It's like he brought the dead snake on my porch. I don't know. I don't understand that part. I didn't think nothing of it though. And it was a man. And I had went out to my dog kennel. And when I went out to my dog kennel, one of my dogs was dead for no reason. I couldn't find a cut on it. I couldn't find a bruise on it. It was just gone. The life was gone from her without a single cut on it. Without, I didn't check her boo boo. What the fuck? Something to think about. Get me some shoes on. What you do? Come here. I heard you scream. What's wrong? Come on. Something was wrong with my dog Lenny. I'm sorry, something was wrong with Lenny. He was hollering out there. I had to go rescue him. I had to take a break. Lenny, what's wrong with your leg? Let me see. What's wrong with you? What got you? What the fuck wrong with you? Where you was at? And what you was doing? If something bit you, get out of here. What you was doing loose? How you get loose? Come here. Come here. How you get loose? You get loose. You broke it? You broke that thing? Let me see. You been bit. Lay down. Something bite you. Something bite you, Lenny. You snake bite you. You got kicked. You got kicked. What's wrong with you? Get on. What's wrong with me? Well, I was deep into my thought, and I was just telling you that third eye activation is a journey that you take personally yourself, and it's very easy to do. All you have to do is basically open up your spiritual in, inner self. Be receptive. To get to the state of receptiveness, you can do this with me if you want to. You just sit back and you relax for one thing. You can't do it with your cell phone in your hand. Just sit back and focus your energy to your gut, the lower chakra. Focus all the energy in your body into that direction. Yield energy into that direction slowly. Now, I know you probably will like to do it with me. Now, I don't just do it like this, just talking. I can talk you through it, then you do it by yourself. What I do is I'll get whatever music, because the vibration of the music, the rhythm, it moves with you. It moves your energy higher, a higher vibrational frequency. When he asked him in the desert if you can hear this dance, it was to verify that you could get the frequency for music. And that is the lowest frequency of vibration you can get. That's the lowest level, is that music. And he wanted to know if he could even get that. If he could get that, he know he can get the higher ones. Because the sound vibration, the resonance, is all he wanted to know was we capable of the resonance. If you notice and you look really hard, a monkey ain't capable of the resonance you have. You have that resonance that he wanted you to have. A monkey would not have that resonance you have. You getting the beat and you getting the vibration and it's going through you and all of that, and you determine that it's a beat that's going to come, and you move your body and you resonate with the music, whatever music it be. There's the lowest form of resonance there is, without any kind of resonance, without any kind of tool. Drums, flutes, and stuff like that, they put you into the resonance. They start my resonance off. I'm already at high resonance. So this is like calming my resonance down to a specific tone. What I do, I'm going to show you. I go online and I go to YouTube, and I might pick a shamanic drum beat or shamanic tune, because I found out that a beat, a drum, a rhythm, a resonance helped me. So I will go and then I'll say, well, oh, not this phone doing this to me. Let me get the iPhone out. Now, the resonance is what you need, because that is just taking you one level higher. And so the resonance is what I do is if I'm going into on a shamanic journey by myself, relaxing, I put on something. I'm gonna let you hear what I put on. Um, I'll let you know what I put on. I put on shamanic drums. Now, other people might like other types of vibrations like flutes and stuff like that. But I put on shamanic resonance drums, shamanic healing music, and stuff like that. And it gives me, and so this is why I never do sessions with you, because I'm doing this for free. And when I get into a shamanic healing, I will first start out by getting into like this one. This is one of the best ones I like. And I'll play this one. It's called 999 Hertz Shamanic Healing Meditation and Music Soul Ritual. It's been played 2.9 million times already, so you know it's nice. And so I'll have this music like this from this on YouTube with this 99 hertz, uh, 999 hertz shamanic healing meditation music soul ritual. So now I'll take this and I'll lay it down, and I'll get the drums sometimes, but this one is really nice too. So I'll have it, and then I will take my energies, and I don't have to get on the floor, but if you want to, you can. I'm not going to get on the floor. I haven't been doing it in the past, but I sit there and I focus my energy to the center of my being, like this, to the center of my core right here. I don't focus it down there. I focus it right above at my belly. So I focus it at my belly, and then I will focus my energy into me. And then as I focus my energy inward, then I will bring it up. So I start off right now like with relaxation and feeling my vibe. I'm closing out the world, um, relaxing and calming down. The music is bringing you to that level for you to start out, but you can get a more exciting rhythm as you go. You pick your own thing, but the music is just your starting point to your energies. It is not the all of your energies. It's just your energies is flowing in every direction. And with that music, you can just bring it to the level of the music. You see, bring your energies to flow with the music. At least that's one steady thing. You see, you're calming all of your energies down into one even flow, and it's going into your core. Okay, you should be taking deep breaths. And you just sit there and you think and you listen to the music, and you're not thinking like thinking about the bills or thinking about home. You're thinking about the relaxation of the energy flowing up your arms and into your belly. You want to have yourself situated where you can be in a relaxed position. And then you close your eyes. I got my eyes open, but if you did it and you close your eyes, you will feel the energy just flowing over you as you listen to the music, and you will hear the music, and it will calm and soothe your soul. And you want to bring it down before you elevate it. So you sit there like that for about 5 minutes, just relaxing, coming down to the elevation of the music, and focusing all your energy to the inner core. You do it for 5 minutes. It's not something, meditation takes about a half hour. And this will give you enlightenment, just relaxing, relax. Not thinking about the bills. Don't you dare start thinking about what somebody else doing now. Just relax. Just let it flow over you. Relax. And so once you get all of your energy centered in your core, this is a fast version walkthrough. You hold that energy in your core and you see if you can feel it coming up. Try to bring it up to your chest. Try to bring it up to your chest. Take deep breaths and try to raise that energy level up to your chest. Because just above your chest is the next chakra where you can get to your third eye after that. So you're 2 steps from it. So if you can get this energy, now with practice, you'll be able to move this energy up and down in your body. This is the exercise. Move it up and down. But then I want you to move it up this way. Up here. Move it in here. Move it in here. Right? And remember when I told you about your teeth being a conductor of piezo? Once you make it here, the piezoelectric energy in your teeth will move it just right on up to where you need to go. So you have to learn how to bring that energy there and then bring it all the way up to there like that. And now once you learn to do that, you can, this is what exercises and years. I can do it, but it's just going to take you time. Okay, now you come down and then you go, when you get back down here, this time, go out to your arms with it. Go out to your arms with your energy. Go all the way out to your arms. Go to your hands. Go to your hands with your energy. And then you hold it. But this is the exercise in there. If your energy is at full force and flowing like that, you can do this and you can feel each one. You can feel the resistance of each one. I can feel this. I can feel this hand. I can feel the energy. I can feel the energy in this one. I can feel it. And I play with it sometimes like this. But once you get it there, now you are at conduction level. See, these are your conductors. This is conduction level. Now you can manifest. If you're typing with this energy flowing through you, you will do some of the best typing you ever did in your life. Okay, now you're manifesting. If I rub you with this energy going in there, you will feel the best. You will feel love or something. I'm able to do it. Okay, so now if you bring this energy back up to you, bring it all the way back up to your shoulders. Bring it back up. You bring it back up and ease it out. Ease it out. Up. Once it hit your jawbone, it hit those teeth that can conduct piezoelectric energy. It's just like a bloop and go real fast right there. And then there you go. And now you have harnessed all of your energy to this one spot. Now you can take a crystal and spin it counterclockwise. No. Spin it clockwise up against that. And you will feel the energy come from you to that crystal. You will feel it. Just like you felt that in your hand. You will feel it. I've been doing it so long. I'm telling you how to walk there. Telling you this energy can be projected out your body. Once you turn that crystal clockwise around in front of your head, if you feel anything in there, that means you was able to connect with that crystal. That means you were able to project your energy to that crystal. I've done it so many times, I know it's going to happen. Go ahead and do it to yourself. All I wanted when I told you to put it there was to tell you that, show you that if you holding it here and you spinning it like that, and you shooting your energy and your essence through that, when you start spinning it clockwise, you feel it in there. And when you feel it in there, it ought to click on you that I was able to project some energy to this from my head. Then now you are open for reception to be talking about you want to meet somebody. Take it from a Google, been doing it. So that's not witchcraft. Opening up your third eye, exercising your own body, playing with a stone. It's got to be a real. If it's cut glass, if it ain't real, it ain't shit. It's got to be real crystal to conduct these. The crystal conducts vibrations. All crystals, a bunch of stuff, quartz vibrating crystals, right? It's all vibrating inside that crystal. And when you do this and you put it to your vibrations, they all connect, and there should be a vibration there in your head with that because it's stronger than your head. So and that's when you will notice that, okay, this thing right here, I can shoot energy to this. Well, take that thing away and sit down. Now you gave your energy to it. But that ain't what I wanted you to learn. I wanted you to prove to you that you can do this. That's the proof to me. And when I did that, and I heard my own head doing that, I said, oh, goddamn, my head had energy connecting to that thing. I wonder how far out it can connect. See, I wonder how far I can make it go out. See, that's where it all went down, you know. So see, when you think about it, and you say, well, a person who's been doing it for a long time and been told to tell you how to do it, I guess I will tell you how to do that. Just to prove to you, so you can prove to yourself that the energy is there. And that the problem is you, that you don't know how to harness it. It ain't like it been cut off. It ain't like it been destroyed. And the only thing they could do to take it away was try to give you parasites and things like that, and poison your food and stuff, and make it where you couldn't use it. When I say you, I ain't talking about black or white, gay, non-gay. I ain't talking about none of that. I'm talking about humanity. I don't talk about no color, no race. I'm talking about humanity. Because humanity is what's going to be getting us through this shit. And not you just separate humanity. For example, if we was going to, I don't even want to deal with it anymore talking about humanity. But I can say this much right here. That was a third eye exercise with me. Now, I guarantee you in that 15 minutes, you learn more about your inner energy than you had ever known in your lifetime. And that's why it's good for you to call me. I'm not going to give you everything, but that's why it's good for you to call me and have a session with me so you can learn to use this stuff. Okay, now you can learn to use your third eye and you can activate your third eye without me. Don't let me get you thinking that you need me. You don't. We all have this inner ability. We just are shy and don't know how to use it. But in the end, if you really, if you really looking out for yourself and you making sure that you stay right with your God, stay right with your God. I'm not telling you not to listen to God. I'm telling you stay right with God if that's what you need. I never needed that kind of control. I never needed nobody to tell me to be a good person. I never needed nobody to punish me, if I did wrong. And I try not to do wrong on my own. I mean, if you need supervision like that, then by all means take it until you get to your point of enlightenment. I done been there, done that, and I don't need that kind of guidance. What I need is somebody to explain to me. I needed him to explain to me my purpose. I wanted to know my purpose. I died without knowing my purpose. I died and left this world and thought I was done and gonna go to heaven. And had to come back and find out that all the science I learned, all the chemistry I learned, all that, he didn't give that to me for nothing. He gave it to me to teach somebody. So I'm here to teach you. And if you have any questions about third eye ability, you can always call me or you can go to my website at easezone.net. You go to easezone.net and contact me. That's been my website for like 10 years or so. And you can always contact me. I always keep my phone numbers updated and my email. So, and me, I don't work off snap visit. I mean, you got to have an appointment to deal with me because I might be with you 10 minutes. I might be with you an hour. I'm, I'm supposed to guide you to spiritual enlightenment or help you with something. So I can't tell you how long you'll be with me, but it is $1 a minute. And um, this thing that I listen to, it's different each time. I don't have any kind of musical skills, but I do understand that music was a form of vibrational and that it was very important when he asked him in this desert when he was walking, when he asked him, if you can hear this sound, dance. And that man heard that sound. He didn't ask them that to find out if he liked rock. He asked them to find out, hey, is your body actually attuned to sound vibration? And when he found out, that's all he needed to know. Oh, we got a winner. Because this one here can understand the vibrational frequency that it's going to take to get to where we're going. It'll just take time. So now we at that time. Now we know that higher vibrational frequencies is what it's going to take for you to get to the fifth dimension. I've been there, done that. I don't know what you call it. You can put a name on it. Astral plane. Let me tell you what I did one time. And it wasn't even 2 months ago. I went up to this thing. I came out in the lab. I came out on the other side. I was in this building and it had all different races all in it. All of them lined up in front of a big old computer dashboard looking at me like, is we gonna have to exterminate her? Because I was just a glowing ball. I was a glowing ball trying to get out. Now, I was a glowing ball trying to go down the hallway and they was like, don't kill her. And they spoke to me, and I responded to them speaking. And they was like, we ain't going to have to kill her. Then they talked through their mind and told me to go get back in my spot and stop trying to leave when I ain't supposed to leave. So what kind of fucking experiment am I? Yeah. In the dream, I done woke up at their lab. They all different races looking at me. And then I get up, get off the bed, walk around, looking around at everybody. They all staring, looking at me like, whoa. And then I tried to run and go out the hallway to check the whole ship out. And one of them stood in front of me. And he said in his mind, you can't go this way. And I answered. And then another one said, come this way, telepathically. And I looked and I answered and I went over that way. I wasn't but a glowing ball away. I went over there and then it was like, this one understands us. They could tell that I had comprehension. And then it was like, you must stay in your area. That is your area. And all they had to do was tell me that. I took my ass right back over there and sat down. Why was I there? Why was I there looking at them and what they was doing? I don't understand that, but it's true. I'm telling you, this is a dream. This is me astral planing and going through stuff that I didn't want to go through. But that's what happened. When I did my last astral plane, I woke up, I was somewhere else and I laying down, I looked at myself and I could see myself in the glass and I looked like a glowing ball of light. No human body was there. Only my essence was there. I don't know how to call it. And they were actually shocked that they had one that could communicate. I mean, I didn't talk, but they could telepathically. They didn't have to say a word. And I heard their words. And they was like, this one can hear us. They knew it. They did test on me because the guy that jumped in front of me, instead of like kicking me and making me not run down the hallway, he just jumped in front of me and said, hey, you don't go this way. And I stopped right there at him, like, okay. And then somebody would have said, come over here. And then I turned around and looked and went over there to them. And then it was like, your area is right there. And then I went over there to that area. Like, oh, it was like, she understands us. And that was just like groundbreaking for them. Groundbreaking. See? How about that? Did you ever think that once God came or left, and when he came, that he might not talk the same way you talk? He might need to contact you telepathically? Well, then he will with this third eye. Yeah, you ever think he might not speak English? He might speak telepathically and sends telepathic stuff to you. If you ain't not got no psychic ability in no way, he might not recognize you and all this stuff. You ever thought about that? If God did come back, would I speak his language and what would he be talking? Do you think he'd be talking slang from Alabama? Or do you think that he'll be talking probably some mental telepathic way that we all would understand? Well, we won't understand because we won't have access to our mental capabilities if we don't start practicing now. I guarantee you they ain't gonna step off. Nope, nothing. They ain't gonna step out talking English. And they ain't gonna step out talking with their mouth. I said I was gonna draw y'all a picture of what I had seen that night, what I ran over, and give you a picture of what my favorite ones might look like and what they look like. I'm no main artist. I'm no big artist now. But when I draw this picture, I want you to realize how dark you are and how far you are in the hole on what we dealing with. I'm no artist. Okay? But you know, the little cute ones, They look like this. They got a round face, round chubby cheeks, and a smile all the time. Cute little button nose and eyes, right? That's the one. That's that little even, right? All right. That's a mask. And let me show you what the mask covering. The mask is covering something that looks like this. You think that this thing, that little round headed thing look like this. Look, it got tusks. That head, that mask, this the mask you see. This the mask you see. This the creature under the mask. They got that fake smile, that fake, them two little holes there is their fake nose to cover their big nostrils. They got big nostrils. And that little bubble face that you call in a smiley face, that's the pincher that's under it. And so you dealing with that kind right there. And they friendly, sweet, loving as hell. Okay, so now there is one that has, now them the tusks. These got tusks. And those round tusks. All of them got tusks. The other tall one that's a little bit taller, he very much like this, but his pinchers come to a point at the end. His pinchers point down much closer to the jaw and point upward. And the other one's point just come straight out. Well, the one with the pointy face, his come up like this to hook your ass anyway. And his come up like this, and then he has the same face as the other one. So it's like the different style of their tusks that you're seeing. You're seeing them little short one with the round smiley face. That round face that them people talking about, that's just that mask they have on hiding their tusks. They know they would scare you if you could see that tusk, so they put a fake smile on there and everything, and the two nostrils to hide them big old teeth that's up under them tusks. And then the other one, the tall, skinny one that do the surgery on you and shit, that one right there, he is just like them, but his tusks grow different. He a different breed of them. He is also whatever they are. And his come up and come out like this with a point. That other one, his go down with a point. You see what I'm saying? That's what make them only difference, but and the heights and stuff. But both of them are some form of being that have tusks, big tusks. Tusks. Okay? Tusks. Anyway, so that's what you're seeing. Okay, so you're calling them ETs, but they're beings from another planet that are on a different wavelength, and they have learned that we are afraid of them when we see them. So they have put on a mask that hide. They found out what we're scared of. We are scared of their tusks. We're scared of their jawbone. We're scared of that part. And if they hide that part, we won't be scared of. So they're putting that on. They don't want you to know they're meat eaters either. See, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. And so we have them like this. They are made like this under that mask. And if you put a mask over that, then you get the long head even that you're talking about. The other one, he got shorter tusks and a different type of tusk. But there's some tusks under there, and that's what giving them their faces the shape. The little short one with the fat face, when he take his mask off, he got that tusk right there. And the long skinny head is just a tusk going out, in and coming in together like that. But it's still the same kind of creature because they eat meat. And those tusks designed to hurt you and gore into your ass and eat and make an entrance hole. So Those are the ones they describe them. They say they're aliens. You're gonna say they demons. I'm gonna tell you what they are. These little groups was created to live somewhere else, and they just as friendly as they can be. They need meat. Yes, they need meat. They need organs. They need stuff like that, and they're trying to work and get it. They don't want to. They're creation too from God, so they don't want to come in and just kill us. They want us to be able to trade meat with them, do deals with them, and get it technology and just trade our meat with them because reptilian or whatever they are, they eat meat. Okay, so that little group is trying to work with us to get what we want, and we working with them and giving them the meat they need. Don't you never forget that. Okay, so now they help us, they heal us, they looking out for us because they are the creator's creation, but they are on the good side. Now it's another group that y'all are worried about called the reptilians, and I've seen them already too. And that was what I ran over in the streets that night. It was the other one, the reptilian one. How do I know it was him? How about after I ran him over, I moved out of town. I was so scared because my dog had came up dead with no reason, no marks on her. So he needed her to live, to keep living, I guess. I don't know. And that strange man walked down my street, told me he was going to make a belt out of that snake. And then he found out I was the one who killed that snake. And he brought that snake and he put it in my yard on my porch and left the damn snake there on my porch. A strange man I never seen before. And my dog. All that happened, it scared the shit out of me. I left. I left town. How about when I got to my new spot? I look up. I'm coming out my bedroom. I look down the hallway. That motherfucker, the same one I ran over, standing there, and this time he got a cane because he done been ran over. He got a cane, and he's still in my face. He coming back with a cane. I'm looking at him like, I ran you over one time. What you doing coming back? What you coming back for? Damn it, man. You can't get enough of the nana. So, I say, what's up? I say, what's up? You ain't gonna haunt me like this. I ran you over by mistake. Now you want to come to my house. Now, I'm in a totally different town. He done came, and the proof that I ran him over, this fucker got a cane. I'm like, okay, I hit you with that car full blast, and now you standing here with a cane. You got something I don't got. You supposed to be dead the way I ran you over. And yeah, you messing with me, America's finest, a soldier. When I seen him, I ran him over. I ran him clean over. I'm standing in my hallway with a cane. And I was laughing. I wasn't laughing, but I was laughing. And he said, I'm glad you're in a good mood. But I was always here to show you something. So then here go me. I go to crying. Are you my father? Yes, like every Negro child. Are you my daddy? Is you the one I've been talking to? No, I'm not your daddy. But you are like a daughter to me. That's what he said. And I said, why? And he said, we've been waiting for a long time for somebody that can talk with us. So the first thing I have planned on our first trip that we ever do together, I want to take you to see my planet. That's what he said. And I said, cool. I want to go to your planet. So what he did, put me inside of a glass bar. I did not want for oxygen. My temperature was as it was when I left. It's like he took a piece of my atmosphere with me in a ball and floated me wherever he wanted me to go and showed me his planet. And I immediately understood why they needed gold and everything, why they love the water and everything. Their planet got a lot of water, only a little bit of dirt. And their atmosphere is shimmering with gold. And it is the gold that they need. That's why they even wanted us, because from time to time when this comet come through, it messed them up too. They call themselves coming to get gold to fix their problems that the same comet destroying us too. They trying to get this gold, and they done created somebody to help them get this gold to keep from the next disaster and all this stuff. They got a mission just like everybody else. Okay, so I was like very pessimistic. I was like, I don't have the skills to get no gold, and I'm not rich, and I'm not from a rich family, and I won't be able to. I won't be able to make good on a promise that I made. I'm not rich. I can't give you gold. I ain't no president. I ain't none of that. So one of them got mad at me. Um, One of the crew members, I guess, and said, "You should die." He was mad. And I told him, "No, I shouldn't die. You should have a better plan. Um, I'm poor. You should make me rich. The whole thing. You should have did this. You should have did that." And really, I was just trying to, make a bargain or something. And the last words, the mean one, he said, "You will die." And I was like, "We all gotta die someday. I'm a horror little fucker. We all gonna die someday. And so I said that. He was like, "Come on." The other one's like, "Come on." And then I asked him, I said, why do you say I'm like your daughter?" And he took me on to some other planets. And he was like, "I once had a daughter. I once made a daughter and put her on earth." Okay, and that is why they call me Inanna. And I said, "Okay." And so I am like your daughter to you because I'm the bloodline. And then I may look like her and I may be of the bloodline. I got you. Why I'm like a daughter, but I'm not your daughter. You didn't have sex with my mom. And he was like, he's like, you got good understanding or whatever. And then I said, "Well, what is the ultimate goal?" And even they eat meat. I keep telling you that, but that is not their goal to come here, conquer us, kill us, and harm us. Their goal is to come here and get their supplies that they need and leave. And each and every time there was a disaster, they have saved us. But now, this is the same person y'all praying to, saying God. It's the same one's been saving us. So I don't. It's so confusing. So I don't even go there with no religion. I just say I met these people. They showed me some crop circles. They showed me a crop circle. Their Confederate. They're like the Confederation flag, showing all the different nations that's up there. It's a big old circle. It got a whole bunch of symbols. Each one of them that put their symbol down here on Earth to welcome us to the galaxy, to welcome us to higher being. They've been shooting them symbols out, and one of them show all the symbols of them. It's a giant crop circle. They done probably hid it or they done pulled it down, but that crop circle show every one of their symbols in a circle. It's a federation of them. We don't even have nothing yet. Some of the symbols in the circle are symbols that we have seen in civilizations in this world. And so they have this circle, and they showed me this the federation circle. Then I have also got a chance to meet the ones that make the decisions that told me that I ain't worthy to be in front of them. Those some horror motherfuckers. I don't know what they do. They mean. No, they're not mean. They the one who made the decision to save my life when I died. The other ones, the little ones, was like, "We're gonna save her. We this one is not." And the other ones said, "Can we do it?" They had to ask them, "Can they do it?" Then they said the ones that they said, "Yeah." The council of seven or whatever said, "Yeah," and then they said, "Okay." They gave the order, and then the taller one did it. So yeah, it was like a group of beings all determining what happened with me when I die. So I want you to know that you can. So, and this is me just on the regular going with them. I don't do no mushrooms. I don't do none of it. None. I've never done any drug. I've never done cocaine. I've never done no meth. I smoke pot. That's all I do. I smoke pot. I'm not gonna lie. I smoke pot. Okay, so I smoked pot, and then I will go into meditation, and then sometimes I will receive visions. And I have just recently this year started talking to y'all about the visions I've been having my whole life, and I figured that ain't no use in me being alive without spitting the information out as they give it to me. And what I just described to you was past experiences of me just straight up going with them on a trip, an extraterrestrial, and it didn't seem like nobody, y'all, what y'all calling demons just didn't seem like they was demons. I mean, they looked it like lizards and some of them looked it like bugs, but they all were sitting around like we were at a picnic and they were a different race and I was a part of the races too. I mean, it was like, okay, so he that race and he that race and he that race. So what? And they all had a group of helping each other. They showed me which ones was controlled. Now there's a mean reptile that controlled the majority of the galaxy. And then there's another group that don't control as much. And the way it's divided up, I'll go into Inky and Live and all of that at a later date. It's too long for this. But the universe is already divided up. We're a new being. We have to get in our place in the universe. So why do I talk about the book of Urantia, but then I stopped? I tried to print the whole PDF out so I could read it to y'all. It was too much paper. So I ordered the book. It'll be here soon. I want to show you the biblical maps. So I ordered a projector. It'll be here soon. I'm working up to it, but I'm just working right now. I'm in the first 6 months. Okay, so I'm going to read the whole book of Urantia to you and talk about specific points and where they may relate to. Now, I'm not telling you anything that could harm you, but this third eye is going, I guess I'm preparing you. See, after you do open your third eye, you're going to have connections that you never had before. And you may get a connection that may be pertaining to this. Because once you make the connection, they are eager to be in your life. But you have to be at the right level of consciousness for them to enter. So once you do make your connection, you get the third eye working, and you gotta harness that energy, and got you some real crystals and play with it. Go go then. You can astral plane. I know I done spoke to you about that. I'm gonna teach you. I learned it. Astral plane. That's where you take your body and tell it to you leave your body here and you go with your own spirit and go where you want to go. You learn how to astral plane. Once you learn how to astral plane, you already left and went to a lot higher level of consciousness. Right then and there, that's taking you out of the 3D and you are moving to somewhere else in a different dimension. So you already got the skill, you just ain't using it. The next thing you do besides astral training was turn on you some melody music, not no rap, some melody relaxing music, very relaxing. Turn something very relaxing, whether it be drums. I love the drums. I'm gonna do the drums with y'all too. But that shamanic is pretty good too. You get into the beat of that music. That's only because you are harnessing all of your energy down so that you can learn how to. Once you get it all down, harnessed into the beat, then you're gonna move it through your body and learn how to project it. All you just do like this and do it. You might have to bring it all the way up to their body and then weigh it in their hands, and then they get more effect in your mind. You're weighing it. You want to see if something is having a pull there, a sensation. You will feel the sensation. Okay, so you will know then that I'm harnessing it in my hands. Same thing. Next time you go, you doing it. You're gonna do that crystal, and you're gonna turn it clockwise. When you turn it clockwise on your forehead like this, you're going to feel a connection. If you have harnessed all of your energy all the way up to the top, like I just showed you how to do, over about a 30-minute period, now you ought to be flowing with energy going in the clockwise direction. And then you take and put this crystal, a real, genuine tourmaline crystal quartz, real, not cut glass. Put it up there and spin it around. You should feel some magnetism there going on. People aren't interested in crystals because they can't get it to do what they want it to do. But this is for a basic test of, do I have that electromagnetic field to prove that you have it? Use that crystal and it'll show you, because Elon Musk getting ready to learn how to click into it and make stuff work with it. So you might as well learn that you got it now. And you need to learn how to project that energy and use it before somebody come in and learn how to block you again from using it. Learn it now before they install something to block it again, because this is the time of an awakening. And then after you awake, you go down some. So you're going to awaken, you're going to learn your third eye, and then, of course, it's going to be an obstacle to try to stop you from having that. So you have to um, exercise it now. Learn how to wield your inner spirit, be in control of your body, and if by chance you get to meet a higher being or a lower being or whatever you want to call it, first of all, they're not going to hurt you. But second of all, just step back, come out of it, and say, that shit is real. And then you'll know. And then you'll know all of these can be facts, but you got to go find them. You got to do the exercise to find out if I'm lying. You got to do the exercise with the crystal to find out if I'm lying. I've been doing it, and I'm telling you, I've been getting some, and I ain't been lying to y'all so far. I've been getting electrical feel. I feel the feel. So, I mean, if I can feel it, you can feel it. I'm not trying to say I got something different from you. I want to know, is all of humanity feeling it? And is that what they mean by the spiritual awakening? The Mayans said we were going to wake up. Indian, the Vedics, or whatever they saying, everybody, it's supposed to be time for a time of enlightenment. And I think this is one of those times when the humanity will learn how to use this third eye, connect with the real creator, instead of following off on some Anunnaki mess. They created you for a purpose. It's just like if we were seeded to Mars, and we came back, and it was 100,000 years later, and we came in there, and then our new thing that we had created was shooting at us and couldn't connect to our devices because they don't know how to use what they got. There's about the same thing going on. So maybe, they want me to enlighten. So then you're going to have people in the church say they demons and all that stuff. But then that's them people in the church talking. But you have it chiseled in stone where they created us. Even in the oldest Ethiopian church, they got a picture of a reptile up there on the wall. The oldest Christian church known. And it's in Ethiopia. And this church got a picture of a lizard man on it. I'm just saying, though. So, I'm not telling you to worship no limit. What I'm telling you to do is recognize that the God that you are looking for is not real. The God that you're looking for, you're afraid of the God you're looking for. If you saw him, you'd be afraid of him. He wasn't going to be like some guy in a white robe. He's going to look ugly and foreign. They said the one that gave us his essence, they said he was too ugly to behold. He was so ugly, he was too ugly to behold. Well, he gave us his essence. I kind of like my essence. So how can I say anything about that now? I'm talking about something. You might have a piece of paper you talking about. You might have a phone, a computer that you read. This stuff I'm talking about chiseled in stone. Motherfucking stone. So I'm not finna listen to some stray person who might have had a vision. Some motherfucker took the time to chisel that shit out in the stone. He wasn't telling no lie. He was trying to get some knowledge across to humanity. He might have been a shaman, So they really chiseled that in stone. that this is how it went down, that there was a civilization that made us. Yes, there's a creator, there's a God. But there's another civilization that rode in and confused us. Now I got us fighting, trying to kill one another, don't know how to use our third eye, never forgot our purpose here on earth. I mean, I don't know what to give them. I don't know what to give them. After that conversation, I felt very belittled because I could not offer them gold. I could not offer them any of the things that I felt belittled. I felt like they should have asked the president for this. They should have asked somebody with more power, more pull, more than what I have. And since they didn't, and they asked me, now I'm the one having to carry the burden, like, and feel like I failed them because I couldn't give them what they wanted. But what they want is what they created us for, was to get gold. They need it. We want to wear it, and we need some for space travel. But for them, they need it for survival. So somebody said that I turned into a lizard on my thing. And I'm telling you, that's because somebody has been going in and messing, somebody with a degree in chemistry, or I mean, not chemistry, but computer work, has been, like, when I said that y'all should stop eating meat, that make them mad because a lot of people want you to eat that meat. They make their money off your sickness. So it's a lot of people that might hate the words that I say, but all of it is true. And I might even be hit a blunt and then be wrong on my I might hit a blunt and be wrong on my math too. Hey, it might happen. I did it earlier, but I don't care. I mean, I'm not here. You can fact check me and find out that I did some wrong math. Go find them other facts and see if they're true. That's what I need. That's my goal. And some people join for money. I want some money. Everybody want money. Hit me up with a gift. Like, subscribe so I can become monetized or whatever. But my satisfaction will just be, I will be content to heal. I will be content to heal, and I will be content to heal and know that I'm doing it for the right reason, and that I'm totally honest about this whole thing. I guarantee you that we have been receiving more help than we would ever be disclosed to you. Help during the flood, help during the dinosaur time, because if we got proof, they got man's footprint with a dinosaur footprint. We got pottery with man and dinosaur walking together. So they protected us all this time. Just remember that. They protected us all this time. Whoever they are, no matter how they look, they've been reseeding us and nurturing us all this time. And don't forget that when they show up. Who in the hell been feeding us, getting us through these things, helping us out? Who is that who be trying to stop us from blowing ourselves up? Whoever it is, they don't look like humans. That's why they won't. That's why they won't show themselves to us. But guess what else? I got so many things I want to put on a projector for you to see until I feel like I'm barren without my items. I feel barren. I feel like without these items, I'm gonna be without my projector, without my maps, I won't be able to show you what I'm talking about. And so I'm really like stalling for time until they get here, and then you'll be able to go online and get one from me too if you want one, because I don't just buy one. But I would say that the wisest thing a young man can do is learn out all the history that happened before the Bible, and then look at the Bible like, okay, it's added in my history, I believe, but I want all of it, and I want the full context. Give me the full story. So after I read the full story, I grew up on the Bible. But then I went and read through the Sumerian text and the Sumerians. And I tried to doubt them. So then I went back and I tried to find some errors. Couldn't find none. And then it got down to the point where, hey, you're looking at some stuff that's chiseled in stone that you can't find an error in. So now I'm like, okay, so everything that I had searched and researched, they done been on point. Anything else they put, you after doing it so many times, you'll know that they don't put that junk down unless it's real. So that's where I'm at now. I'm like, okay, I tried to prove them wrong so bad, and then they have proof of it and other things going on. Like, they'll say, oh, Inky came down and he was so happy to have a human body, he had sex with everything. He had sex with everything and defiled everything. They're never gonna tell you that. But you can look around and see the half human, half beast all over the world. So, those people was drawing these animals, all over the world that he had put out. Because when he got here, they said one time when he got here, he was so happy to have a human body and to have a dick, an actual dick, that he could eject. They said he just fucked everything. Birds, fish, he didn't care. He made mermaids and everything. They said that the first time he had a human body. He did that. He defiled man. So then you look around and you see the Greeks and the Egyptians worshiping a half dog and half man. And you're like, well, if Inky came down here and humped and defiled everything, that's where those came from. Right? So now you know where it's coming from. It's all an old story. And then everybody took it and made their version out of it. So I don't follow no religion. None at all. I simply say I follow humanity. And I simply say man got a long way to go about self discovery. Man got a long way to go about finding their full capabilities. So if you have enough connected energy that you can project it out of your eye, more than likely you can take an ink and project energy even better with the ink. And the receptor for the energy that you project with the ink is gonna have a pitchfork type thing, and it's got these two little things, and it catches the energy that you send. Right, the ink sends it out. You put it right here, and it can send out your energy far, projected. And then that other tool they have that is not an ink, it's like two things sticking up like this. It catch the energy from the ink, so you have one here, one there. Now you got the ink across town, and I got the other thing. We both go up high. We can send our thoughts to one another through these two devices. You understand? One is the receiver and one is the sender. And that's why our bosses or gods or whatever you want to call it, that's how they kept us under control because they can send that energy to us without speaking to us. And they could use this right here and the receiver very well to control us, to talk to us, to receive our thoughts and everything. We required a tool for it to happen. They could do it with each other without the tool. But in order to control us, they could send it through the ink and it would hit all of us. And then a person could have the other thing up there and catch it. Hey, they were playing down dirty with that third eye. And that's what I need. I need an ink because my energy is so high. I need a real one though. I need a real ink, not an ink made out of plastic or something. It's got to have the conductivity that I need. And since we never found the original inks, I don't even think they're made out of gold like they portray. I think they're made out of a type of a quartz crystal that projects energy unless the gold can conduct that energy. But I think that quartz conduct that energy better. I think they might have been made out of crystal. I'm not sure. But that's what I wanted to tell you. A big part of elevating your frequency is sound vibration. And everybody got a different form of sound vibration that they respond to. You might respond to music. You might respond to drumming. You might respond to the melody. You might respond better to loud shouts. Whatever. We have sound vibrational frequencies that we pick in with. And music is just a starting point for you to calm your energy down to that frequency and then use it as an elevation point. I mean, it just gives you a steady level of octaves that you can work with instead of bouncing all over and then take off from that. Because all of this third eye stuff is really for frequency. I can contact whales with my third eye. I all the time make them. One time I made them attack a ship I was in, and I can call them. Like if I go to the ocean, I can call them, and they can hear me, and they come because I'm able to do the sonic frequency that they can pick up on it. So I don't know. I just know after having it for so long, I've done it on purpose to see. Like I went to Ghana and I just went and stood on the beach and said, I'm gonna see if it's true. Because I had already noticed it throughout my lifetime that I could call the whales. And that Inky is the king of the abyss. Not the absolute, the abyss. Anyway, he the king of the abyss. So I said, okay, so that was the one who came to see me. He came to see me, or whoever he is, and he said he the king of the abyss. I mean, he the king of water, and I'm like a daughter to him. So I'm gonna go try and see what I got going on in the water. So I've been doing that. And I went to the beach, and then I went to the beach and I called, and nothing come, nothing come. And I want to know why nothing come. They don't come to that part of the ocean. So I went to somewhere where they come and called them, and they came. So I thought it was a lie. And I was like, that's just no coincidence that them fucking whales appeared. I didn't want to believe it. So I said, well, I'm going to test it again. Sure enough, went to Ghana and did that shit. And the damn whales came within 20 yards of me at the beach. They came as far as the water would let them come when I did that sound. And they looked at me. How the fuck am I supposed to know what's going on? I just know I told them I was in distress, and they came and opened. They looked at me, and I said, "Damn it, them whales answered me again." So I didn't still want to believe it. So I went on a cruise, and I said, "I'm gonna get way out here in the ocean and try that shit." I did that shit, and guess what? Them whales had broke the other ship. The damn ship stopped working. One of the engines was out. They had attacked it. I was calling them. They started attacking the ship. I got a witness on there that will tell you we was on a cruise and the engine went out on us. I knew why the engine went out. They had beat that joker up because I had called them from the ship. See, I had been doing it from a land, but I went out in the middle of the ocean and did that shit. And I told them that I was in distress, and they tried to tear that ship down. The captain come running downstairs talking about the engine been taken out, and we got to go slow cruise, and we're gonna get back a little late. And I just thought in my head, well, damn it, man. I didn't know what they would do, but they was ready to tear that damn ship up. And that dawned on me that we have more control over the mammals and stuff than we would ever know if we could ever learn to control this shit. But that's another thing. You ought to go somewhere about some water. You don't believe me? Try it. And you can prove you a wielder. Go by the water. Call them with your third eye. Sing to them with your third eye. And I guarantee you a whale will come. You ain't making no sound with your mouth. Do it. I guarantee you one of the animals with the globe will show up if you do it. I'd have been doing it my whole life. Had to give me something cool to drink. My juicy juice. So now I'm not telling you just to go off from me. In fact, I don't know who wielders and who not wielders, so I want you to go try it yourself and see. Now, if you find, let me just tell you something. Being a yielder, you ain't gonna want to see nothing die. You ain't gonna want to see nothing die. I, as a yielder, immediately stopped bringing them all close. They can get shot with a harpoon. I mean, just the whole thing. That ain't in my nature. The thought that they was gonna get killed if they came any closer, and it just make you not even want to do it. But I do it sometimes just to be doing it, just to see if somebody answer. Go to the edge of the water and be calling out with my third eye in some strange ass language, and they be coming. I don't be talking in no English either. I be calling in some damn strange animal language. So, some of us can go down below the water. I can't go below the water. I have never had my avatar go below the water and swim down to where I want to go. I haven't done it yet because I haven't connected with the avatar that's in the water yet. But I can make them all come to be my avatar, but I have never done it. They come. The reason they come is they're coming to be my avatar. They want my consciousness to get in there and go with them so they can show me what I want to do, whatever. But I don't know how to put my consciousness in no animal. So I just stand on the edge of the water and look at them. They be like, come see the ocean. And I'll be like, no, you're going to kill me. They be like, come see the ocean. Don't you want to see the ocean? I'll be like, no, hell no, I'm scared. Okay, but it will come a day when I will go ahead and avatar and go below. But I'm too scared right now. I'm too scared of water. So yes, this is something I've been riding and rolling with for 53 years. I haven't been able to connect with no animal like I can with those dolphins and whales. One time on a cruise, I've been on so many because I love to do this little game. One time, I've been on a whole bunch of them because I like to go call the animals. I'll tell you what happened to me. I stood on the deck of the ship and I was singing to them with my third eye, singing, and we was cruising. And I looked down, right in God, I looked down and I could see the orcas riding with the ship. They were just swimming right below me like, we hear you. And I said, look at them little bitty orcas down there. Is there a fish, a small fish in this ocean that is black and white? Because it was just big looking. I said, that's a pretty fish. It must be some kind of cousin to the orca. It's so far away. Them was the orcas. They were so deep down in there, but they heard me calling. And they was riding right beside the ship, but they was that deep down in there, they could hear me calling, and they was riding with the ship. I was stunned. I was so stunned. I got drunk out of my mind and then had to get up the next day and ask my sweetheart, did he realize them fish? He said he remembered the fish and all that, but he didn't want to believe that what I told him about I had called them orcas. He didn't want to hear that shit. But I'm just telling you, I went and looked for this creature. I said, what is it that's black and white that looks just like an orca in the water? Because this could not have been no orca that little. Them was orcas, but they were so deep in the ocean until they looked a little. I had them riding with the ship. So there's a whole world out there with this sound vibration that we haven't even found out how to. We have enough sound vibration and frequency control to control dolphins and whales if we could use our third eye. They are like they can be avatars to us. We can project into them and we can go into their water world, but we have to be willing to transfer our consciousness into a whale or a higher intelligence organism that can go in the water. So when Inky say he going to the Abzu, he going to the abyss. And all he had to do, they were shapeshifters, go change his shape and go home in the ocean. Poseidon, all of that's Inky. All he had to do was shapeshift and be where he wanted to be. I seen him as an orca. Yeah, I've been gone. I ain't been walking 53 years and not see nothing. I saw this. I saw this, and it was enlightening. You know me. I'm like, ah. See if I had my projector. When I get it, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. They have written it in stone how it went down, and the way it went down. It's like, wow. This explains a lot, and it don't be. It be stuff you can go see in Israel, solar system and stuff. They be talking about that, talking about. Oh, I can't wait to show you this stuff. I can't wait till I get ready to project this onto the wall and show it to you onto my green screen and top mess. But it's a transition, and transition can be slow. After I got my green screen ready, how about I ain't got no good studio equipment to do that? And, I'm building from scratch, and I'm only because I love to get a message to people. I want them to go investigate the stuff I say and find out I'm telling the truth. And if you ever get good enough to using your third eye, you can call the animals, you can call whales. I know you can call whales. I don't know. I never called a dolphin, but I have always been able to call them black and white whales. Now, I've been in around dolphins and called them, but they didn't quite respond right. But I can be anywhere near the water and I can call a whale and they will come and put their fin up and show it to me. So they hear me. There's something about that I don't understand. And then I'm talking about stuff I don't understand because I'm wanting other people to go out there and be like, yeah, you know what? I did it too. And that's why I'm chiming in with the blue. Michael, when he came to my bedside, he was blue. Now, you call him Lyrians or something? I don't know what you call him, but I know he was blue and he was big, like 15 feet tall. And he looked like if you touch him, you're going to get cut. Because his teeth was like razors and shit. His arms was long. He had so many weapons and he moved so fast that I'm saying Michael was blue. So I'm not even, when he came, I didn't ever want to tell nobody that I seen a blue man, especially after that movie came out. I was like, I don't want them to say I'm looking at a movie. But Michael was close to them, but his head was way bigger and he had fangs way bigger. He was bigger. He was not friendly looking at cheap like them. He looked like he'd rip your goddamn head off. So, so that was the only one blue that I seen. And then, let me think who else that I might have seen. And that was the only one that I ever seen that was blue was Michael. And I don't know what he is, but he got 20 years too. He do got 20 years. They date back. They date back. This horrible. He's ugly but beautiful. He's dreadful, but you saved when he comes. So he's beautiful. You can't call him ugly. He's too much of a joy to see. So then you have the all right, so now I'm telling you this because if you channel your third eye, you see something strange, realize that most of this stuff is not in your physical reality and can't harm you. Okay? And you better get to know Michael because if something does try to harm you, he is always the one to come and snatch your butt up out of there. He has done it for me. Had to snatch me from the other side and tell me don't do it no more. Sometimes I make mistakes too. But he only gonna tell you one time. When he tell you don't do something and you do it again, he not gonna come. So if he snatch you up and if Michael ever snatch you up out something and tell you don't do it, don't go back and do it because you ain't get no second chance. Your ass fucked your stuff. And so I learned to be obedient at a young age. So like I'm not gonna do it. He told me don't go back over there. I ain't going back over there. If you tell me don't go here, I ain't going there. I mean, because I need guidance, and I got the best guidance possible. And he was already told me don't play on the other side. Do not go over there on the dead side at all. Do not go talking about you want to do some spiritual thing with some ghosts. I'm not talking to you. Never heard me say I'm talking to no ghosts. You never heard me talking about that. None of that. None of that. None of that. None of that. I'm telling you about the expansion of your living eye, your living third eye to the living. Nothing about you going around hanging around no dead people, no spiritual stuff like that. No, you ain't never heard me say that. I always told you that it's an energetic field that you got to learn how to project. You gotta learn how to use it. You gotta stay on the safe side. Gotta know Michael. I never told you to go over there on the other side looking for no damn drama, because I can't get you out. It'll be Michael that do. I never told you not to go look for no damn demon or something like that. Never even wanted you to do something like that. Just was telling you like it's possible the astral plane to leave your body. That's a fact. It's possible to project energy from the top of your head or between your eyes. It's possible to do that. It's possible to connect with whales on a sonic frequency as long as they have that globe in the front, which is very similar to ours. As long as they have that, you can talk to them. Um, and okay, so now they told you can talk to animals. I have talked to an animal before, but it died because there's a curse on it. If it talked back or something, it's going to die. It's certain to die. So I've talked to several animals, but later when I checked on them, they was dead. So I don't try no more. Like I talked to a blue heron, and he was talking, and we talked. And that next week, when I went to him, he had died like that same day he talked to me. I don't know if there is some kind of bounty on their head for telling us the truth about life. You know, they know, see more than we do, and then they're not allowed to tell us, the animals. So when he talked to me, he was talking to me and he was telling me how his job was to carry souls, to carry souls to the other side. Sea animals, water creatures, he may carry their soul to the other side, whatever. He had a job in this world. He was telling me where his job was. Now he doesn't do anything because the people don't listen, leaving the old ways and all that stuff. So I was like, oh, okay. After he told me that, I went home. I was out on a camping trip somewhere. I went home. Now, like, come back to the park for another camping trip, and the thing was dead. So I did that, and then I went to an island. I had to see was it me. And I talked to an iguana. It was a girl. She was 5 years old. She was big. And she told me every baby on here belonged to me. Bragging about her woman and stuff. Next time I went, she was dead. So it was like, okay, if they do break the vow and talk to me, they're gonna die. So I don't do it no more. I don't want to end their life. They have a contract not to tell us the truth about what they see. And then if they do, they're gonna be messed up. So I don't even ask them no more. I don't mess with no animals because I know they're gonna get killed if I do. And sometimes I'll be talking to them, but they just eat me. They look at me and just eat me because they know that if they talk, they're gonna die. So they don't do it. And they don't talk like this. They talk with their mind, with their third eye. Well, they don't got a third eye, but you can talk directly to them. But when I found out that it's a death sentence, if they do it, and I ain't want to keep killing them. See, after your third eye open, you care about life. You have a different aspect on life. You care about life after you have your third eye open. You be like, okay, I care. I care about this animal, whether or not it live or die. I care if this animal is just like, it was a time when I didn't. So, third eye activation is something that you can get from third eye activation is something you can get from sitting alone and just working your energies. Music helps. Music helps a lot. It's going to take concentration. I can do 5 days of yielding, but I've been doing it my whole life. You should work on one or two at a time. Just try to even do an 8 hour clockwise rotation of your mind while you're at work. Keep it going to the end of the day. And then when you're on your way home from work, put it on. Once you get home, put it on to the counterclockwise, and you relax when you get home. Put yourself on a schedule of wielding so that you don't overpower yourself. And then at least you'll know behind yourself. I got 8 hours worth of willpower behind me. With me, I'm at the 5 days, but that's because 8 hours ain't enough for y'all. 8 hours ain't enough for me to will sometimes, So what does a shaman do on her spare time? Astroplaying. Astroplaying, go everywhere, get all the knowledge I need for my next podcast, and do my sewing and stuff, and dream about going somewhere. But with my husband and I, when we broke up, and now I don't have nothing. I don't have nobody, so I just astroplane and go visit people, and I'll source them around. That is another thing. If you saw me, that means you have my same abilities. That means you're already up there. That's why I'm trying to tell you that you already. If you can notice my presence, then you already there. You're already open to it. So you just need to learn how to wield it, how to control it. You already been. They told me to come to you, like, hey, this dude right here. I don't know why I don't even know you. I don't know, but I enjoy my job. My job is to spit this knowledge to you. So I don't ever see y'all talking nothing to me. So hey, I figured I'd stay on here and bug y'all to death. So I don't see too many questions coming up. Is there end in insight? You know what? People are always wondering about the Big Bang, when the bomb gonna drop and all that. There is no instant death nowhere coming no time soon. There is calamity and catastrophe coming, but not instant death. Like, it's not going to be some big nuclear war that blow us all to ashes. But there may be a nuclear war that pushes us on the brink of extinction and we survive, or something like that. But there is no immediate death to mankind because of these strange beings. They would reseed us right back somewhere else. They done found their little perfect little module that they can get the third eye working. They says, this a wrap. So they're waiting for us to mature. A year and a half, 2 years after they did their little mixing thing. Let's see, is their electrical bulb going to click on? Some have clicked on. Mine has clicked on. Others have clicked on. And it's clicked on. And now they ready. They plugged in. They're getting their informational input from other dimensions. And then there's a whole world out there, like 10 billion more people who don't got theirs clicked on. So you see what my mission might be vast. And I'm not telling you to give your soul up to them. What I'm basically saying to you is, did you ever think that there might be a real purpose for you? That you might have a real purpose, and that there might have been somebody who put you down, that you might have been put down here so that another being could live? Did you ever think about that? Why would we put anything alive or another type of man on Mars? So that we could live there, so that we could live. That's why we would do it. That's why we would need another being. We would have to get a man or a being or a creature and have it have a human mindset. Now, it wouldn't be a human, but it'll be one of ours, and we take care of it and look out for it and exterminate things that ate it. You see what I mean? So we wouldn't be the same race as that thing that we made for up there, but we take care of it like it was our baby, right? Okay, that's what they're doing for us. They seeded us, and then they're taking care of us like we their baby. They're hoping that we will click, your third eye. But we're just running around trying to kill each other. That's about the max of it. Yes, I got this passion stuff on me, and I'm itching now too. Shouldn't have drank that stuff. Sometimes I be wondering what I be allergic to, what I be going getting these rashes, but my yard covered with poison ivy. I wish I knew how to make that poison ivy not grow here no more. You think anybody know about how to make poison ivy stop growing? I bought this stuff and it's this vine killer and all that. And brush killer, I sprayed that. It didn't kill it. It kept coming back. Just come back small, but come back. So now it's trying to take over my back porch. I gotta go out there tomorrow and spray some stuff on it. So I'm trying to figure out what am I doing wrong. I just covered with poison ivy. I'm fucked up. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Now that I've been turned down and told that an embarrassment, I ain't never been no embarrassment to myself or anybody, but I guess so. An embarrassment. That hurt. But I guess that's how you feel. I'm like, damn, these people get treacherous. They vampire off you and then they vampire, and then they turn around and treat you bad. Maybe them vampires your shit. You told me that would happen. That people would railroad you and do all this stuff. And I guess people do what's been done to them. I don't know. I ain't into this shit. It ain't my living. I'm already set. Normal scientists. What broke scientists you know sitting around here? I ain't that broke. I'm all right. But what I'm trying to do is to get this like and subscribe thing going. Because I think after 1 million or something or some more views, I may get monetized. That's when I'm gonna start coming with my best. I ain't gonna get monetized. Y'all ain't getting all that shit. Y'all ain't getting no seances. Y'all ain't getting nothing. Getting some rough draft of the material. Then I need to get monetized. There's no way that I'm gonna travel and go to sites with my RV without proper monetization around the USA. I was planning on going all over the USA in that RV and checking out the sites. Yeah, I'm bored. And that's what you do to keep off from drugs. Like most of the time people get on drugs, they be bored to death. And so then, they ain't on drugs or they get off drugs or whatever that they got going on, then they be really bored. And they be riding around trying to find everything to do. I never been strung out on anything, so weed. Been strung out on weed my whole life, but weed, I don't consider it a drug. So, but all the other stuff, I do consider a drug. It doesn't grow naturally from the ground, and then it's going to have a chemical dependency that's going to make you have a shake, sign of withdrawal. And that's what I mean by addicted. I've never done any of those things, so I don't know how it feels. But you're going to have so much boredom afterwards when you stop doing it. I do know I've been through psychology class, and after you do it and then you don't, people go back because of the boredom. So get you some traveling in, get away from the same people and find something to do, take a breath of fresh air. And don't ever go back. It's a waste of time and energy if you ask me. Me. I never even tried it. I looked at her hair fell out. I don't want it. I looked at him, his teeth fell out. I don't want it. Whatever, I looked at everybody else, what happened to them? And then I said, I ain't want it. Because I ain't seen nobody beat it and come out clean. So they either come out smashed up or go to jail or get off of it or, all kind of shit. So kudos if you do it. And then when you do it, Don't ever go back to that bullshit. Run for your life. It's such a fresh breath out there. Go to Machu Picchu. Go see what the Mayans built. Go down there and go find the gates to Agatha, because that's what I know you got. Your people have the gates to Agatha. Agatha, that's that underground city. That's them underground. They went underground. And they went underground. The Mayans and the Aztecs and the Amazonians, they all know about land underground. It's their heritage. And you should be all on it. I'll be done. You know, if I had one drop of their blood, I probably be done went down to the gates of Agatha, the gates to the underworld down in South America. I'd be done went down there if I had any of that blood in me. My blood is all African and Sumerian and Indian on Indian side on India. So that's all my blood. But if I had one drop of that Amazonian basin in my blood, I would be down through there and asking to go into the gates to the underworld, because I know that would be an awesome podcast. But then they say they ate the last people who went in there and told about they was going to, the tribe that's guarding the gates to the underworld eat humans. They put a ferocious tribe at their door, the most ferocious ever. A tribe that will eat your ass if you try. And I ain't talking about just spear your ass. I'm talking about eat you like a chicken wing. Put you on the roast pit just like they quick as they will a deer. And they put them in the guard the gates to Agatha. There ain't no coincidence that they got the key, that they have been listed as having the entrance to the underworld. But it just so happened that the tribe outside that door eat humans. Would it not be that their original person that they are guarding eat humans? See, because they're ready to eat humans now to keep this. Yep, the tribe that's guarding the gates to the underworld eat humans, and you ain't finna go down there and come back alive. That's the whole thing about it. So, but that civilization will tie into a lot of ancient civilizations in India. They have a connection with that civilization. This underground civilization that they talk about is not. I'm not going to say that is the Sumerian civilization. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Is that okay? The Sumerians lived on top of the ground, and they didn't have to speak about no underground civilization for them. But when Thoth went over to South America or wherever, he went over that way. He spoke that he was going to make underground civilizations and all this and do all that. Okay, so your race of people that are coming from the Amazonian basin, is what I'm going to call it, that group of people have the gates to the underworld, and they are the guardians. No African has ever been down through those gates. I can't say that my heritage is from being from the African nation. I can't say my heritage is from the gates, from Agatha, not from the underground city. I was from the on-ground. But the Amazonian basin people, their people was pushed to the top. They came to a civilization that bored into the bottom mantle of earth and then pushed their people out to the top. You got the Mayans and all of them talking about they was came pushed out to the top. Okay, and sent out from caves and stuff like that. And then you had the Sumerians who are saying that their civilization was approached and they were already on land. And that is the divide between the people, that race, the black, and that race that you are into, the Mexico part, not the Caucasian, the Mexico part. That part right there, they got blood all the way down to a civilization that has been underground during the Ice Age, survived all through all the apocalypses, never been flooded or nothing. They got a very ancient bloodline because they hide. So what is so important about the Agatha? The Agatha is supposed to be a library in Agatha that has all the world knowledge of all humanity, and it's supposed to be stored underground in Agatha. And the gatekeepers to Agatha are man-eating tribes. So I was just saying that Mexican, they are a race that has the gates to the underworld, and they were from the original. They came from underground and was pushed to the top. Okay, and then Africans are not from that same bloodline. Africans are from a bloodline that was started on top and never did go underground. Right? You see what I'm saying? And then you have North Africa, where they claim also their cities built underground. So it's two different kind of beings here. We got some humans who originated underground, and you got some people who originated above ground. See? So you got the Mexican people, their stuff. They're all of those brown people from Mexico. I mean, all of the people that fall in that range over there, from, on that coast or whatever. That all of them came from something that was able to go underground during the storms and during the hard time. Now, the Africans came from survival and restarting and stuff above ground. They never have a African tale say they was underground in a cave and came pushed to the top. We started above ground. But the people who have the keys to Agatha Agatha is supposed to have the oldest library known to man, and supposed to be a place where all human success is recorded. So like when we dropped the nuclear bomb, they must have wrote it down there that hey, they now have nuclear capability. Well, the very first caveman, first time he probably made a tool, it been recorded. So they keeping those books on us. So if there was a lab project, there would have to be a notebook. The notebook for the human lab project is supposed to be underground in a Gotham. That's why I say those people have the keys to a Gotham. They're gonna have the oldest library known to man in a Gotham. A complete world history. They was the only place that never got flooded. Then India is some places in India and in Tibet that didn't get flooded. And they also have gateways to the underworld to Agatha. So at one time, all the tunnels connected. So the Indian people would have the same probably, or the Tibetan and Indian people will probably have the same blood running through them that you old Mexicans would have. That's why you look so similar, because at one time when all of the planets, I mean, when all of the countries with continents was united, there was a tunnel going from Agatha, and it went all the way across, and then it got broke up when Pangea separated. Those tunnels filled with water and separated you from two different coasts. But at first, it was already a whole civilization living underground. That's older than the African tribes. I'm not saying we had to get restarted a lot. Like we flooded, died, had to get put more back out. But this bloodline would be from like the first man, and then he African and he over here, and then never getting flooded. You get it? Whereas the one there's a broken line in Africa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you won't be able to say that they on that continent was here before the African continent. The African people left and went over there and then never got flooded after they got over there. That is fact. So I might appear dark, but I'm not. I'm light. Agatha has always been a dream of mine, to be able to go there. But because they're in gold, you ain't gonna go there off vibrational frequency at all. They got so much gold down there. You ain't going down there with no vibrational frequency. You can forget it. I'd already been to got there and talked to them if I could. You can't go down there. It's too much the way they have it made. It's too much resistance to sound vibration from the outside. So you ain't gonna be able to project astral plane into there because your sound vibration won't be able to go in there. So, because they got so much stone and stuff to block you, that's what's there for, to block you, so you can't use your vibrations. So, I have given y'all a 2-hour one. That's like the longest ever. But I'm glad y'all came to see me. And have a good night. It's late. Good night. And get my mouse to act right.